Hello everyone, as promised, I am back with some more Areej le Dore reviews, and today I will talk about Oud Luwak. As mentioned in my previous video, I really enjoy the stone caps. I like that they are heavy. This bottle also has a different engraving on the back. As with all these bottles, I think the presentation is stellar. Now, my first disclaimer would be that I don't have very much experience with the original Oud Luwak. I remember having one tiny sample many years ago, and to be honest, I don't really remember how it was. So today I won't be comparing it with the originals, but I have some stuff prepared that I think have some facets of this fragrance. I have worn it maybe from 5 to 7 times in total, so I think I have a pretty good grasp on what is this all about. First of all, this is probably the most interesting opening for me in the whole collection. And why is that? It opens extremely dry. I can't remember any other Areej le Dore fragrance that would open this dry. I love it. Like for the first 3 hours, I remember, maybe even 4, when I was wearing it for the first time, I couldn't smell any sweetness. That was extremely interesting to me, because if you know, regular niche perfumery in past years are going sweeter and sweeter. I'm not a fan of this trend, so I was pretty happy that Adam was brave and bold enough to open a fragrance like that, not sweet. Especially if you have tried some coffee-based fragrances from regular brands, they all tend to try to do like a latte type of sweet smell that smells like a dessert more than a coffee. This is not a dessert. If you still remember the old school way of making coffee, you know, when you take coffee beans, you grind them up, you just pour hot water on it, you wait, and then you drink the coffee. Now imagine you forgot to clean the cup for a week. The coffee dust has completely dried out, and maybe some mold is seeping on it. Smell that. That is exactly how Oud Luwak opens up. To me, it's a very interesting opening. In about 3 to 4 hours, some sweetness appear. It's very gradual. It's not like very apparent at first, like a sound from very far away. It's getting louder, and by the end of the scent, in the dry down, all that's left is sweet resins. I can sense wood here, definitely, and also some spices. All of these fragrances have some sort of spices in them to make it more interesting. Before I mentioned that there are some comparisons I would like to talk about. First of the comparisons would be Areej le Dore, Areej le Dore. These fragrances have one thing in common. In the air, not from the hand, but in the air. This is like a 7-hour dry down, by the way. In the air, this smells a little bit similar to this. Main differences: no lavender here, absolutely no lavender. A lot less sweetness, less sweet, less power, less strength. Let's put it that way. But the sillage you leave by walking by reminds me of this very much. It's kind of different. I think maybe maybe he used some of the same wood, maybe. I don't know, maybe he used some of the accords similar one to another. They're not identical, and if you have this, buying this is not redundant at all. But I would be lying if I would say I don't see similarities between these two. Another fragrance I can smell some facets in this would be Bortnikov's Tabak Dore. This comparison is a little bit more like stretched. They're not that similar. Main comparison here is when this reaches the parts of sweetness, because I know it's coffee, it's supposed to be coffee, but for me I smell a little bit of tobacco. It probably is the same coffee, but I smell similar tobacco that is in here. And of course this is different, it's a lot more sweet, and in general different fragrance, but the sweetness, the resins I get here in the dry down remind me of this. So yeah, if we would take this fragrance, and add some molded coffee, we would get something like that. Adam said he didn't use Luwak coffee beans this time. He used some fermented coffee that he fermented himself and added some civet. So Oud Luwak name kinda still makes sense, because if you know, coffee Luwak comes from civet cat eating the beans and then passing them through. So if you take beans, you soak them, you put some civet, the effect is somewhat similar. Now about performance. Yeah, for my personal opinion, this has sadly the weakest performance of them all. In this collection, this is the weakest performance. I mean longevity and slash. It's not a problem to me, honestly, I don't care. As long as I like the smell, as long as it's interesting, I don't really mind. I don't need beastly scents. I mostly use them for my own enjoyment. So yeah, performance is not too good. Well, it's normal, it's average, you know. But if, for example, I spray before bed to relax, in the morning there's nothing there anymore. If you spray something like this, good luck. For the next 20 hours you're set. No more sprays needed. So yeah, comparing to some other coffee scents, I think this is probably close to the best I have ever tried, because it resembles real coffee. Like smelling this, I can imagine this is coffee with tobacco. I don't see tobacco in the nose, but I can smell it with my nose. And what I have learned in this hobby, I trust my nose a lot more than I trust what Parfumo has wrote on his page. I like this fragrance. I think from the whole collection it's the most interesting to me. I would recommend it for people who like oud, who don't like too sweet fragrances, who wants to challenge themselves, who don't care about performance, I would say, because it's, in one sense, it's not a safe scent, because it's like dry, it has oud, then you can smell the oud, it has some sort of mold scent, but on the other hand, nobody will smell you. Okay, maybe first 30 minutes it may be risky to go to the office, but after that it's like a personal bubble, personal experience. Who I wouldn't recommend this scent for? Well, if you're still a beginner, new to oud, and you are new to the animalics, it's probably not best for to be the first oud scent you ever try. For that, there are better offerings in the same Areej le Dore collection or some other brands. I would say maybe try Russian Oud Part 2, and that's quite sweet, cacao-ish oud fragrance that's more friendly to beginners, and I will do a review in some time of that also. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. I tried to make it a little bit shorter this time, Again, if you have some questions or you have some things you want to share about this fragrance, or you think I'm wrong about something, please tell me in the comments. I will try to reply to every one of you. Have a good day.